that was the main riff to, and one of the secondary riffs to the Real Me by The Who. And nice, easy but really cool sounding, typical Pete Townshend riff. So let's check it out. Okay, gang. Well, there's a few keys to playing this one and getting it to sound right. The first and the most obvious key is I'm using a capo on the third. Now, when I was a kid, I always thought using a capo was cheating. But I'll tell you, if you try to play this one in a closed position, you just can't bang out those chords the same way. So you put the capo on the third fret. The second key is just to not use a lot of distortion, okay? I'm using a Marshall Plexi modeler. I wish I had a real Marshall Plexi, but anyway, I'm using a Marshall Plexi modeler with the gain only clocked about halfway, about at 12 o'clock. And I only have a tiny amount of slapback echo. That's it. And of course, I'm using the bridge pickup. This only has one pickup, but it doesn't matter what you're using. Les Paul, a Tele, use that bridge pickup. And it needs to sound pretty bright. Okay, those two things taken into account, I'm going to now take this off so that you can play along, and we'll play it, we'll just shift down and we'll play it down in the first position, or in the open position. But just remember, you capo on the third to get the key that's on the album. All right, so the third is the riff itself, and it's a very Townshend-y riff. So let's do the first part. Sounds like this. Okay, so what I'm playing there is I'm playing a Townshend A, and that is an open fifth string. Then you're going to play 2-2 on the fourth and third, and you're going to play 5-5 on the second and first strings. Townshend loved playing that sort of voicing on the A chord. All right, so we've got that. The second chord is going to be, you finger like a G chord, okay? But it's not the typical, little guy G, or the G that you learned when you were a kid. It's the what I call the bluegrass G. So you take the thirds out of it, it sounds kind of meaner. All right, so you're going to play on the sixth string, you play that G on the third fret, and then you deaden the fifth string, play the fourth string open, the third string open, and then on the second string you play the third fret, which is a D, and on the first string you play that G on the third fret. So it sounds like this. Okay, now I just rock back and forth between the second and third string on that one. Oops. Okay. And kind of make the chord going in there. Now, when I listen to the album, I don't know if it's my ears that just tell me that's maybe it's just Entwistle playing the bass on those, the moving part, and Townshend's just going like this, or who knows what. But it's the Who, and it's meant to play a little bit wild. So if you sound a little bit wild doing it, I think that's good. I know that's a cop out, but that's how the Who used to play, and they were awesome. Okay. Here's the second part, or the second time you do it. You play that. Now I play just really either. That's a D chord, by the way, and I play either with my thumb on the second, on the sixth string, and then I'll play an open fourth, and second on the third string, and third on the second string. But you don't really even have to play that note on the sixth string. You can just play that, and it sounds good. That sounds perfectly good. You don't have to play that bass note, but it does also sound cool. All right. Okay, so that's it. All right, and it's it's kind of reminiscent of the what Can't Get Enough of Your Love. Does similar sorts of things. Okay, the other part of the riff that's just that's a Townshend A. And then you're going to just simply play an open A and bar across on the 5th, like this. It's kind of like an A minor, or an A minor 7th. Then you play a D chord, but you're going to play this 4th fret in the bass. So you play just on, and you're going to play an open E. So it's these notes right here. You'll play 4th on the 4th string, 4th fret. 2nd on the 3rd string, 3rd on the 2nd string, and then you play an open E. And by the way, you can play that open A too. It sounds great. So it sounds like this kind of. And then I play this. I play an open D. That's 4th string. Again, they play the 2nd on the 3rd string, 3rd on the 2nd, and now I play the high A up there. I play the 5th fret. Real high voicing on that chord. And that one, he does that at the end of the song. I'm just playing, I don't know if you know, there's a couple of different ways of doing that. One way is this, just to play, just take that 1st finger off and keep strumming it really hard. Another way is to play, sounds good too. All right. Well, anyway, that's it. And if you want to throw in some funky other things, that's all good. All right, the main riff I think we got. We'll see you on down the road.